Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just spreading out the paper here. Welcome, excuse me, to Fun Friday with Stampin' with Jen. And it is 4 o'clock on the dot. Let me just find myself, excuse me, I had a little tickle in my throat there. That hurts from working with kids. I don't know. Anyway, there we are. I'm on there. All right. Welcome to Fun Friday, Stampin' with Jen. It's Friday, December 20th. And hi, Patty. And we are going to be working with one of the new special releases of Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. And it is, what do I hear? I hear something. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Sorry, I forgot to mute myself mute my laptop, and I had the volume all the way down. I thought I was going crazy. Anyway, we're going to be playing with this paper, and this was inspired by my friend Patty, who was sharing some cards that she made with this paper. And this, again, is paper that is a special release. And the fun thing is this paper, if I remember correctly, it has been released once before under a different name, I think. Patty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was under a different name, or it was the same name, but it was, I believe, all black and white. And they've decided to take this pattern and recolor it. And we've got Old Olive, Night of Navy, and Lost Lagoon. And I just love the flowers in here and the polka dots. I love these little daisies. Great colors too in the Old Olive. The Old Olive looks really good. I love the Night of Navy. Of course, I'm a navy person. I'm a blue person. Love the flowers. I love this stripe. You can go horizontal or vertical with it. And then these flowers are beautiful too. And then this makes an excellent background. And this is the back side of this flower. I'm showing you sides A and B on it. So, and that's the Night of Navy. And then Lost Lagoon, these are beautiful flowers here. I love this diamond shape. There's actually a narrow 3D embossing folder for this that goes through, and it fits on the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss that has this similar shape. I should have played with that one today, but I didn't. And then this beautiful floral or foliage, and then this great print too. It's a diamond. It can go this way or this way. So anyway, we're going to play with two of those colors today. Let me show you what I did make. And I'm using a sketch that I found on Pinterest from Mary Fisher at Stampin' Pretty. And this is a sort of a twist on her sketch that she did. And this is what I did with the Old Olive. I just love it. I also learned a technique from Patty this week with using blender pens and ink pads. We're going to do that today. We're going to make another one like this, but we're going to use Lost Lagoon, and we're going to switch it up a little bit. After I put this together, I realized I didn't have a place for the sentiment, and so I am sort of rearranging a little bit the next one that we do with the Lost Lagoon so that there's a place to put a sentiment on here. So let's go ahead and get started. And like I said, this is new paper they've just released. And I'm going to be creating a card using a new stamp and die set from the online exclusives. And that will be available on January 7th, which I believe is a Tuesday. And it's called Mixed Labels. And it's got some great sentiments. Just a note, you're pretty wonderful. So glad we're friends. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Your kindness made my day. For a great friend. Those were all the sentiments. These two here fit in this banner. With Sympathy might fit in that banner too. I'm not sure. These are definitely not 100% to scale. So I'm not sure if the With Sympathy would fit in the banner here or not. I haven't played with that one yet. And then these are the labels or the dies that go with it. And these are great. I showed these on my sneak peek, my preview for the new online exclusive and mini catalog. And these are this, I'm going to be using this larger die here that I've cut out already in white. But here's the banner. And this is, you can buy this as a bundle, or you can buy it as a part of, you can buy it individually, or you can buy it as a part of a suite called Mixed Floral, I believe it's called Mixed Floral Suites. So let's go ahead and get started. And these are the measurements that we're going to be using. And I'll post these measurements on my blog tomorrow. All the information will be posted on my blog tomorrow. So you can watch the video again and see how it's done, follow along a little bit more, and see exactly what the measurements are. So our first measurement is our card base, and we're going to be in Lost Lagoon. And it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, just your standard size. And we're going to use our bone folder to fold along and burnish the edge. And then we're going to have 2 pieces of white that are 4 inches by 5 1/4. One goes on the outside, one goes on the inside. We have a 6 by 1/2 inch piece of designer series paper, the Serene Love. And we're going to use, we can pick which side we want. I'm not sure which side I want to do, because I am using this pattern here, as you'll see. So let's go ahead and set this off to the side. Then we have our layer of Lost Lagoon, which is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And those are so close in size. I believe the 3 3/4 is this way. Yep, I have it laid out right. It's 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then we have a piece of our Love, Serene Love. I keep wanting to say Love Serene, but it's Serene Love. We're going to use the diamond side of our DSP. And, you know, maybe yeah, I think we're going to use the diamond side. I want a darker color. So we're going to do the diamond side, and this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. And then we have another piece of white, which is 2 by 4, and a piece of Lost Lagoon that I have embossed with the Cane Weave 3D embossing folder. And on the old olive one, I used the exposed brick embossing folder. And this is 1 1/2 by 3 1/4, 3 3/4. All right, then we have our labels here, which we're going to use one of them I cut out too, just in case. And then, as you can see from our pattern paper, I went ahead and fussy cut out one of these flowers. I'm going to show you a technique that Patty taught me this week that was really fun. It's using our blender pen. And let's see, we're going to use the You're Pretty Wonderful stamp. Sentiment, and then our Lost Lagoon. So let's go ahead and get started with this, and we'll color this in, and then we're going to go ahead and put everything together. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to use my tip from my blender pen. Now, what I learned this week, which was interesting, is you can see I have some swoosh ink on the lid here. Apparently, the old ink pads before this, they had a little more give in them, and so it was, you know, you could squish it and get the ink on the lid, and these don't have as much give. And I always noticed that when I was trying to put the ink on the lid, and found that I was afraid I was going to crack it. So what I found out from Patty this week is that you can actually take a blender pen and you can just tap it on the tip on the corner to pick up some ink. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to blend it a little bit. You can see a little bit of I love it. It's more of an ombre. And I'm just going to go ahead and color in these petals a little bit. I'm not coloring them completely. I want to leave a lot of white space, but I'm just sort of highlighting the color a little bit where these lines are at. So we're going to get a little more ink here. I'm looking up to see if I've got any questions. We'll do that. All right. We'll get this done quickly. I hope everybody is ready for Christmas. I know I am not. I'm almost there. But I have a couple more things to buy. Santa told me he needed a little help with stocking stuffers, so I have to go do that. So let's get a little more Boss Lagoon here. We're going to do a little bit more. I didn't plan it, but I'm looking at this, and I don't know about you, but the center of these flowers are screaming Wink of Stella to me. I just think it's all the little white dots that's screaming that. So I think we're gonna pull out good old Stella and add a little glimmer, a little glamour to this. All right. And you don't ruin the pad if you just tap a little bit. But I do recommend that if you're doing this, you do it from the corner so that you're pulling the ink from the corner, not from the center of the pad. All right. You can even do the leaves. And this is a great monochromatic card because all I'm using is Lost Lagoon as the color with the neutral of basic white. All right, so that looks nice, but I think what we're gonna do, I said I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna add, I don't want to close it up. Well, we want to close it up a little bit, otherwise we'll put our hands in it, or at least I know I will. Let's add some Wink of Stella to the center of our, there we go. We're gonna add a little Wink of Stella to the center of our flowers here to give it a little glitter. I might even do a little bit on, I was never a glitter person. And then I started stamping again and I discovered Wink of Stella, and I don't use glitter, but I do love this glitter pen or glitter pen from Wink of Stella. All right, let's go ahead and see if you can see. You probably can't see it real well, but there's a little bit of a shimmer to our flowers. So we're going to set this aside and let's go ahead and put the card together. Let me put my cap back on. Oh, and also with the blender pen, you can reuse it any color. I don't have to keep this tip. Here's a special tip for you. You don't have to use the same color or the pen for only one particular color because the tip may be stained, but if you keep rubbing it like this and you see no ink color coming off, then it is completely free and you could use it on any other color that you'd like. And when you get these, they come in a pack of 3. They come in a box like, come in a pack of 3 like this. And so really you could do, and they're double-sided, 2-sided, so you could actually get 6 colors out of it, or you could do it, you have 6 different opportunities to use it. So, all right, let's go ahead and set this aside. We're going to take our card, and the first thing we're going to do, let's do the inside first. We'll get this done because I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside. I always put a sentiment on the outside of my cards, almost never on the inside, so that if somebody's buying it or if I'm using it for a customer or something, I can write a quick note inside. Hey, Becky, welcome. What do I use to spread the ink out on ink pads if the center starts getting low? Clear block? I've never used a clear block. I'll tell you what I use. Let me find it right here. I put a couple drips, put some drops. Usually what I do is I don't do just the center. I do the whole, I re-ink the whole thing. Let me show you. I'll re-ink, I'll put drops all along here, and then I'll just use the back of a spoon, a plastic spoon, and spread it out, and then wipe off the back of the plastic spoon, and I can use it for another ink color. So that's what I use. I use the back of a plastic spoon. Matter of fact, I have 2 spoons here ready for my to use. I have this one, I think that's from Panera, and then this one here. And I use those to spread my ink around. So good question. But no, I don't use the clear block. I'm afraid I'd get too messy if I tried using a clear block. All right, let's go ahead and attach this. I always make mine a little bit longer because I like to be able to cut it off because sometimes it doesn't match right away or it doesn't cut exactly, especially since your eyes are what guides you on this. And you're welcome, Becky. And then I just cut the edge. Make sure I'm on camera doing this. Cut the edge. My throat is a little raspy. I'm going to tell you, I came down with a cold the beginning of the week, and it's, you know, it's what happens when you start working with kids again. Even though I was front loading with my emergency immune drink, you know, that you make. We're gonna put that in there. Oops, not quite glue yet. And it's gone from being nasal congestion and head cold to now more of in my throat and my chest. And so my voice is getting raspy. It's not from talking too much, I don't think. I mean, maybe I talk too much. I don't know. So anyway, there's the inside of our card. That's done. Now let's go ahead and we're going to put, you know what? We're going to put this part together first, and then we'll put it on the card. So now I'm going to do, it's funny, I don't always use this because I actually grabbed the glue, and I'm not sure why, for the inside of my card. But actually, when I put the old olive card together, I used my Stampin' Seal, but I'm using my glue this time. So we're going to just put a little bit of glue on here, on the back side, and center it on our Lost Lagoon. So we're going to take our diamond shape Serene Love Designer Series paper and do that. And then we're going to go ahead and glue the Lost Lagoon on. And you're going to glue it onto the bottom portion of our card. Make sure you don't have it turned the wrong way. You're going to want it to go the 3 3/4 inch way. And you're going to just sort of center it, not center it, well, you're going to center it from left to right. And then do about 1/4 inch, not even 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. All right, so there's our peeper there. We're going to go ahead and attach this now to the card front. So your son has strep. Oh, it's going around. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually surprised it didn't get worse than it did. And I think that's because I did front load myself ever since I found out I was going to be working with kids. And I got this new job that I have. I started the week before because luckily I just observed the first 2 days, and then I had a week off for Thanksgiving. And so I started taking my emergency like a week and a half before I started working with the kids. So I was able to really front load my body with all that immune. And then as soon as I got sick, I was doing that, and I was drinking as much orange juice as possible as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to attach our Lost Lagoon to this white piece. Let's go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to use I hope your son feels better. Strep's no fun because that hurts. All right, let's see. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's center this on here. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on here, and we're going to put it a little bit higher up than I did in the first card because I want to put my sentiment down here. So let's go ahead and attach this to it. So let's see. Becky, are you guys ready for Christmas yet? I'm going to move this up a little bit. And then we're going to stamp this. We're going to stamp our sentiment in the center of this label. And it says, "You're pretty wonderful." We're going to do it in Lost Lagoon. I think I need to re-ink a lot of my stamps. I've been using them so much, and I just finally got re-inkers, so I'll be able to stamp. Oh, that worked out perfect. We're going to put this here. I think we're going to use our foam adhesive. We're going to pop it up a little bit. Foam adhesive sheet. We're going to put that right down here. And then we're going to pop this up with foam adhesive sheet right about, oh, I like that. Let's see. Leaves up or leaves down? What do you think? Leaves up? There's a part of me thinking leaves up. Almost, not quite. You know, yeah, I'm almost there, but then I have to wrap everything. So we'll see. What do you guys think? Leaves up? I'm really liking the leaves up. It sort of helps with the angles of the cardstock here with that angle there. So I think I'm going to put leaves up, and we're going to pop these up. Let me grab a couple of my, yeah, I agree, Becky. Leaves up. Let's see. We're going to put this here. And then, let's see. We're going to cut this one. Yeah, we're going to cut this one right about here. And put it here. And let's go ahead and we're going to put that right about there. And just to finish it all off, because there's a lot of white space over here, I was trying to figure out what do I want to use. And the funny thing is this is an embellishment I would never have purchased, but something sort of piqued my curiosity and I bought it, and I can't stop using them, as you can see, is the brushed brass butterflies. And it's because I think they look so pretty with so many of the florals, and I'm becoming slowly a floral person thanks to Patty Bennett and all of her beautiful floral cards that she does. So let's go ahead and we're going to put about about 3 butterflies on there. I think one there. We'll put, that's the big one. Is that the big one? I think there might be 3 sizes. Nope, it looks like, I don't know. We'll go with one of the small ones. I think right there. And we'll put another one down here. We'll do a bigger one down here. And then we'll do one down there. And there is our card using, I was a little quiet there. There's our card. Oh, there's my phone. My phone almost never rings. People don't call us on our landline usually. There's our card using the new new Serene Love designer series paper and in Lost Lagoon. And again, I did one in Old Olive as well. And let's see, I did a couple. There's one that, this one was one I did this week earlier. And it is using Night of Navy and the Lost Lagoon. And this was inspired. I learned this one from Patty. So they're so pretty. I love this paper. I think I'm going to be buying more. As soon as I cut my paper, I'm like, oh, love it, chop it. But you know what? I think I'm going to be buying more. So let me know, which one do you like better, Lost Lagoon or Old Olive? I'm looking at Lost Lagoon or Old Olive. And these sweet gems are from the new low profile dots, and they're also a part of, I believe it is the which suite is it? It's the new online suite. Actually, it's the new online exclusive suite that the label mixed labels die and stamp set comes from. Thank you, Patty. I'm glad you like them, and I'm glad you think it's beautiful. So I had fun making this. I love this paper. You like Lost Lagoon? You know what? I admit I love Lost Lagoon, but I do love these daisies here with the Old Olive. But I do love the Lost Lagoon. It's my favorite color besides the Night of Navy ones. So anyway, well, thank you so much for joining me. Next Friday, I will not be here. Actually, I'm thinking the next 2 Fridays, we will not be doing Fun Friday. Next week is because it's a couple days after Christmas, and we're spending time with family. And the week after, I'm also spending time with family events. So join me again for Fun Friday in 2025. I can't believe that's only 2 weeks away. And the second Friday in 2025, January 2025, which is, I believe, Friday the 10th, is when I'll be back with Fun Fridays. So have a great weekend. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And God's richest blessings to everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.